We took on the Championship yesterday. Today, I'm asking about the Premier League. Will your team be higher or lower by the time we reach the World Cup? Once again, let's get you playing along in the comments, especially dearly departed fans of Leeds, Villa, Brentford, Fulham, Bournemouth and Forest. But come one, come all. Simply put, is each Premier League team more likely to be higher or lower when we reach the World Cup on November the 20th? The vast majority of teams are playing 8 games, but hey, who knows what's going to happen with the fixture list, with a few games needing rearranging, but not a hell of a lot of room in the calendar, to be honest. As usual, I'll let you have staying put, but only as an option for top and bottom sides. Arsenal, who can't go any higher, and Leicester, who can't go any lower. Like always, I'll use some data, but look, ultimately, it's a prediction, so free speech rights to all, please. For what it's worth, I've totted up overall home and away points per game, XG table, form table to create an average sort of difficulty ranking. I've then calculated an average opponent difficulty ranking for the fixtures we are talking about. I will put the spreadsheet on Patreon and stop talking and get into the highs and lowers. Okay, top 5 first. That's Arsenal, Man City, Spurs, Brighton and Man United. Arsenal, brilliant start. Can they keep it up? Yes, but not at over 2.5 points per game, surely. And you all know who is lurking behind them. Lower. Manchester City, not quite top thanks to Arsenal, but their trajectory and new goal machine should take them to their normal spot very predictably in the table. Higher. Spurs, much depends on those first 2 games back against Arsenal and Brighton. Liverpool in November 2. The data suggests lower, but I'm not sure who's going past them. I can't do staying put, so I'll have to go higher. Brighton, we have the double whammy here of brilliant start, probably an overperformance, and the manager that got them there has left. Lower. Manchester United, big bounce since that Brentford game. Not entirely sure that it's sustainable. And Liverpool and Chelsea below them means not by much, but lower. And the rest of the top half. Fulham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Brentford, Newcastle. Fulham, amazing start, flying the flag for the Championship and the dearly departed. Are they staying 6th? I wouldn't have thought so, no. Lower. Chelsea, new manager in, yes, but the next few fixtures look pretty viable, I have to say, and that squad is still stacked with quality. Higher. Liverpool, 4 of the current top 5 to come in the next 4 games, but it's Liverpool under Klopp, and the idea they won't be above 8th by the World Cup just doesn't work for me. Higher. Brentford, the Bees are in the top half and the data has got them being pretty good for it. Given who's directly ahead of them, it's hard to see much headroom, but it is all pointing upward rather than downwards. Higher? Newcastle already played Man City and Liverpool. On the basis of the XG numbers and a reasonable looking run of fixtures, I'll also go higher. We are extremely happy, overjoyed to be partnered with the One Football app, which you can download for free using the link in the description. Must be that link. Huge help with my research for this type of project. It's full of stats, news and info on the Premier League, the Championship, all of football's top divisions. For Italian football connoisseurs, I know we have many, you can now even watch Serie A highlights on the app and one selected live Saturday night Serie A match for free. That's One Football. Get downloading via the link in the description. Into the bottom half then, Leeds, Bournemouth, Everton, Southampton and Aston Villa. Leeds, nice start, skewing better at home than away, and Bournemouth, Fulham and Villa are all coming to Ellen Road, which they might fancy. The tight nature of that part of the table means maybe a couple of 3-pointers might have them going higher. Bournemouth, another double whammy here, same as Brighton, well, in a very different part of the table though. A perceived overperformance so far and a new manager to get in situ, so they're probably going to be lower. Everton, the data says they're pretty much exactly where we'd expect with 13. So I'm pretty much going exclusively on what I think of the fixtures, which look okay. Higher. Southampton, strangely the data also has Southampton as being ever so slightly better than they are. I think they're quite erratic, and I'm going to use my eyes here to overrule the data after seeing them in the flesh stink out a defeat at Villa Park. Lower. Villa, the data there is admittedly not great, but it doesn't pick up that pragmatic shift into style over the past couple of games. I'm reaching here, but I'm assuming that tweak continues, and then squad strength for Villa I like, meaning the trend will probably be higher. And finally, the bottom 5. Palace, Wolves, West Ham, Forest and Leicester. Palace, I always like the look of them when I see them. They're very good at home, and they actually came out at number 1 for my best set of fixtures in the entire league. I'm trusting the spreadsheet and my difficulty rankings and going higher. Wolves, defensively so strong, and they know the journey better than a few of the teams around them. I just don't see them dropping into the bottom 3, and even though I don't think they're going to move much, it's a higher from me. West Ham, based on the last couple of seasons, this is just a massive outlier where they are in the table. Obviously, we're not playing the last couple of seasons. We're playing this season. But are they going to head any lower in the table or towards the middle? It's got to be towards the middle, hasn't it? Higher. I've painted myself into a bit of a corner here with the not staying put being allowed as an option. So let's do Leicester and Forest together. And so much hinges on that first game back. I know it's only one game, but the bottom of the table moves slowly and one game is important. I will be there, by the way. Check out the vlog. I hate to do this after making so many Forest friends last season, but I prefer the Leicester squad and the fixtures, and they have home advantage in that vital head-to-head. So, Forest, lower, Leicester, higher. And there is my Premier League higher or lower. As always, get involved in the comments. Doing this for a long time has taught me that most football fans' sense of realism is overridden by their sense of hope. So do check out the fixtures and the data before just predicting higher. Snowflake warning for those who might get emotional about the word lower being put next to their club. Come on, guys. Real problems are occurring in the world. Don't get vexed by that. If you want to check in with the Championship higher or lower edition, which we did yesterday, you can click here. And those who don't want the reasoning and just the predictions, click here for the edited version over in YouTube Shorts.